Hi, I'm Michalski, and I was the writer for what I wanted to be a student ops film project by the title of Different.
Stop blinking. You're dead. Stop blinking. Stop smiling.
Shut up!
Said like a distraught father.
Well, Different was something set in a dystopian future overrun by zombies. The only difference between my film and, say, another like zombie film or show like The Walking Dead is that my character, Jason Romero, was born with telekinesis, being able to pick up stuff with his mind and throw it carelessly.
Damn it, Sarah.
So you may be asking, well, where is Different? Well, it doesn't really exist because of several reasons. If you know what Murphy's Law is, it's that anything bad that can happen will happen. And there are several reasons why this project just didn't work in the end. The first reason that this project didn't work would probably fall down to time management. Back when we were assigned this project, coming up with ideas was a little hard given the resources and everything that a normal college student like me had. Don't have any, fancy special effects, don't have any really good top of the line actors, nothing like that. So it was all very amateurish. Then comes the ending of March when the MATC school went on spring break. My original plan was to basically just come up with everything during spring break. I came up with the idea, I came up with the script. I originally planned to shoot during spring break, but it just never came through. So probably the second reason this didn't come to fruition probably had to lie on my crew. Not that I'm trying to throw anyone under the bus, but due to my poor time management skills, we weren't able to really find any good days to shoot because, people had to work, people had, other stuff with school they had to study for, exams. My classmates had other film projects that they had to deal with. Just things like that. The third reason this didn't go so well probably lied on the weather. The second week of April, when I planned to do basically all the shooting that week, a big snowstorm came in and just ruined all chances of that happening. For my crew's sake and safety, I told them to, not come in, given the weather conditions. Now the thing about the weather is that we had a lot of scenes planned to be shot outside. Now, say we were to shoot it one day where there was snow, and then the next day there wasn't. You can't do that because of a little thing called continuity. It's got to look the same each time, or else it just looks bad. All right, and now you're about to see actual footage of Different. What's happening in this scene is that Jason is getting a call from his boyfriend, and he's learning that he's about to break up with him, and that is when the first sign of the apocalypse starts to happen.
Hey, babe. I'm just getting some work done. The prop room? What for? Okay. I'll be there in a second. Love you. Hey, Professor Michalski, I'm headed out. You need help with equipment before I go? Professor? Hey, babe.
Hey, I need to show you something.
Okay. Is something wrong?
Alright, I just want you to know I'm not cheating on you or anything.
Well, that's good to hear.
I've been thinking this over for a while, and I've come to the conclusion that I want to spend some time apart from you.
Sorry. What?
It's just our relationship. I don't feel the same as I did when we first started.
How long is a little while?
About 2 or 3 months.
2 or 3 months? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because I wasn't sure right away, okay? I wasn't sure if I wanted this to happen. So I gave it some time to think, and...
Okay, first you weren't sure, then you didn't want to hurt me. You realize I'm more upset that you hid this from me for so long.
Look, if there is a way I could do this without hurting you, believe me, I would have done it.
Look, just... I need to be alone right now.
Okay, all right. So the next scene coming up was set in a basement. It was supposed to be Jason's safe house, you know, his fortress of solitude away from the apocalypse. And originally I planned a lot of scenes to be taking place in the safe house because the story was sort of told through flashbacks with the use of a diary. So what you're about to see is Jason basically just writing in his diary and also the opening credits. Now, if I were given the chance to do this again, I would completely do everything different. My time management skills would have to be so much better. I would have to make sure that I inform my crew that this is gonna happen then, like, probably 2 weeks ahead of time so that they could make the necessary, arrangements to, say, work or school and things like that. I'd like to really thank, my crew members, Jackson, Carson, and Abraham. You guys were great, and I'm really sorry that this didn't come, to fruition because I thought this was, a really good idea. It had a lot of emotional scenes, some action, not a lot of action, but I think it would have been a really just cool take on the zombie apocalypse story. And I'm sorry to you guys that it didn't happen, sorry to my crew, and maybe next year when I get another chance to do student ops, I'll try this again. And who knows, maybe it'll come, it'll be good.